welcome back with another video. And I know it's been a really long time, but guess what? It's time to talk some cricket, West Indies cricket. And the first thing is let's talk about West Indies Test team. So I know many of us, like myself, were very excited to see what sort of a difference Darren Sammy is gonna make, right? We've seen the difference in the ODI team. The ODI team, they look like they're gonna automatically qualify for the World Cup. We've seen a difference in the T20 team now, where we look a very decent outfit. We look competitive. We seem to be back in the top five, and we'll be contenders for the semi-finals in the T20 World Cup. The biggest problem now we're facing is our test team. How can Darren Sammy turn this around for our test team? So first and foremost is the selection of squads, right? I've been trying to see Sportsmax make some predictions with their selections of squad. Of course, many other persons out there make their predictions of squad, and I'm just eager. I'm just waiting to see that squad. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna put together my predicted squad, right? So yeah, so this is my predicted squad. But first thing I want to say, first and foremost, is any team Darren Sammy pick, I am personally fine with it. And any team Darren Sammy select, nobody can complain about it. And here's the reason. This is the rationale, right? I am showing you right here. Um, these are the average amount of runs made by top six batters across the entire year 2024. As you can see, India, England, New Zealand, Pakistan, South Africa, these guys, Sri Lanka, all of them, their top six are giving you roughly 200 runs. So the tail can stutter and get you another 50. So, your top six batters are supposed to give you 200 runs on average, and the other teams across Test cricket, they're doing it. But look at West Indies and Bangladesh, 142. If you divide 140 by 6, you're getting 20 something, man. You're getting like, what is that? 140 over 6, 22, 23. It's poor. It is poor. It is poor, guys, where each of our top six batters are averaging 23. So any team Darren Sammy select is fine. So first thing I'm going to do is present my team. All right, so this is my potential starting 11 over here, and then my reserves, right, for the Australia series. So the first change, of course, is Mikhail Louis out, John Campbell in. I just think John Campbell's style of play suits Greg Brathwaite. Mikhail Louis and Brathwaite, both of them prodding and prodding and prodding. All of a sudden, 10 overs bowled or 12 without loss. And then Pat Cummins comes into the attack, take two quick wickets for 12 for 2. That makes no sense. I would much rather John Campbell enterprising 30, which he was doing before the ban. So John Campbell's enterprising 20s, 30s, 40s might suit Brathwaite a lot. I think Kevlin Anderson, even though it's just one season, he looks miles apart the best number three in the Caribbean. I don't want to hear, oh, he's young, we're throwing him in the fire and all of that. Listen, if he's the best number three, he's the best number three. There's no question about it. Look at all the teams, he's the best number three. Alec, just about stay in my squad because he's a left-hander and I like that left-hand flair that I get at 4-5. So I think Alec just about survived. Many might say Alec or Tavim. None of them are doing anything special. Remember, the premise I started with was any team Darren Sammy select, I am fine with that. Anybody get dropped, I am fine with that because none of them are averaging over 30. It's ridiculous. So again, if you want to curse me out, it's okay. Any team Darren Sammy select is fine because nobody's doing anything. But again, I keep Alec because he's a left-hander. And I like his flair, I like his aggressive nature, and I like the left-right combination in my top five, top six. I know it's not really that important in Test cricket, but I like it. Imlak, I think, has done well with the bat. I've seen him in the field as well, so Imlak is not gonna feel. And for me, I've listened to many podcasts. I've listened to Sports to the Bone, Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Papa Off Podcast. So many podcasts I've been listening to, Cricket Forum. And I've listened and I've listened. Many persons want to go with Imlak as captain, Joshua De Silva. And I like the idea of Ruston Chase. And let me tell you why. Imlak have only played two test match. He's been with the team, but I don't think he commands a place as yet. He doesn't command a place. Joshua De Silva was in the squad and then got dropped. Ruston Chase wasn't around the setup, but he's been doing very well with the white ball team. And every time Ruston Chase come back to the first class system, he makes 100 and takes 5 wickets. If Ruston Chase plays one game, he's making 100 and taking 5 wickets. Ruston Chase just come back and show that he's bigger than first class cricket. So clearly the man can make the team. He's better than Kevin Sinclair as a spinner, and he's better than Kevin Sinclair with the bat. So Ruston Chase, I would just say, you know what? This is your team, Ruston. Go ahead, take it away. You're my captain. And if it's not Ruston Chase, I'm going Alzari Joseph. I know he's not interviewed one of the six, but I think it's one of the two. Alzari, I've seen him with the Leewards. He was doing some good work. The only way Jason Ola is not in my team is um if he's just not available. But Justin Greaves, I don't know, but Justin Greaves is nowhere near Jason Ola. And I think Jason Ola is more flexible, meaning based on the balance of my team, I can have my top six and Jason Ola not in it. If I want to mix and rotate my players, Jason Ola can also bat in the top six. He can bat seven, he can bat eight, and he's comfortable with batting with the tail. He knows when to be aggressive, all of that stuff. And what I've seen from Greaves, I just don't know. I think he's more a top order batsman who bowls as opposed to being a genuine all rounder. So I think he's somebody who bats and he can throw him the ball for over two. But Jason Ola is a genuine all rounder who can bat between, 5 to 8, well, 6 to 8, and definitely can bowl. Can even be one of your frontline bowlers. So Ola, he is that good. So Ola for me, if Ola is ready, Ola stays. And then of course, I'm not going to talk about the others. You can look on the screen and see I'm not making too much changes. The guys in dark blue, as you can see, these are the guys I'm bringing in. The rest of the guys remain a part of the squad from the last couple of series. Jamel Warwick and Kimar Roach are my reserve. And the reason why I wouldn't start Jamel Warwick in the starting 11, in the Caribbean, I'm not so sure. Depend where are we playing? Australia. I know we're playing in Barbados, Jamaica, Grenada. Where's the first match? For the first match, I hope it's Barbados. I don't think we're necessarily going to need two spinners. And I think Ruston Chase will do very well at home. Last time I saw Ruston at home in a test match, he took 8 for 62 versus England. Wow! So Ruston Chase is a very canny bowler. Ruston definitely can play that spinner and he'll give you something with the bat as well. So Ruston, my captain. Kimar Roach, I know it is home pitch, but I just think these guys, Alzar, Shamar, Jaden, the combination with Holder looks better. Um, Out and out pace, Alzari and Shamar. Jaden swings the ball, kind of like a Kimar Roach. Because Jaden is not the quickest, but very good control. Jason Ola swinging the ball. I just think it would be too much like for like if Kimar, Jaden, and Holder, if three of them are playing, it's too much. It's too similar, right? So, yeah, I just needed to break that up a little bit. My reserve batter, Brandon King. My reserve all-rounder, Kyle Maynes. I don't need a reserve keeper because Imla can keep as well. Joshua De Silva does keep. So I have two keepers already. So those out. Mikhail Louis narrowly missing out. Casey Carty definitely out. Amir Jangu out. Justin Greaves out. Kevin Sinclair out. Kevin Hodges out. And Anderson Phillip. Now, the last thing I want to do is actually show you like the records. If we're looking at it From a batting point of view, many might say Jason Mohammed deserves a go. You're probably right. Ah, so I'm using this recorder and it cuts at 10 minutes apparently. So back to what I was saying, right? In terms of my squad, you could have selected anybody you wanted. A Jason Mohammed, a Jamar Hamilton. If in your team you said Jamar Hamilton should be the glove man, you have absolutely every right to say that. He was a very good wicket keeper. 573 runs,
Stop the cap.
450s. The only thing I would say with Jamar was he wasn't converting his starts. He got a lot of starts, a lot of 30s, couple of 50s. He was consistent, but no big hundreds. And you know, at the international level, when you get a start, you'd like to see him capitalize because it's going to be different facing Pat Cummins, Mitchell Stark, those guys. You get less bad deliveries. And so if you're not converting when you on your good days, it's not gonna be so well, right, at the international level. But Jamar Hamilton, nothing is wrong if you have him there or Jason Mohammed. I don't have them there just because, right? I think Da Silva's done enough to get back into the squad, into the playing 11. Kevlon is by miles the best number three in the region. Shaq Paris, I saw him playing CPL first time, and I that guy, he just looks a talent in the breakout league. He looks a talent. He looks a class battle. He's one for the future, man. Come on, Shaq Paris. But no, it's not the time. John Campbell, the top opener, so clearly he's going to partner Craig Brathwaite. Nobody should argue that. And then, I mean, if you have dual Andrew in the squad, I wouldn't mind. We realize the batting, there's nothing much really to talk about. I saw a bit of Jonathan Drakes. I saw a bit of who else there? Javel Glenn, Jonathan Drakes, Javel Glenn. No disrespect to these guys, but I mean, I saw a bit of Drakes, I saw a bit of Glenn. I don't think they're, yeah, they made runs, but I don't know. It just doesn't look as pleasing as on the eyes of some of the other batters. I know that's not the nicest thing to see, but I just had to see that. So yeah, Mikhail Louis just about narrowly missing his spot. Brandon King is my reserve batter. And the reason for Brandon King being my reserve batter is I just think that Brandon King is class. He's doing well in the ODI format of the game and the T20 format of the game. And Brandon King loves red ball cricket. He's had some good first class seasons, but he hasn't had as much opportunity to play red ball cricket. So Brandon is back in my team. So you realize there's nothing much to argue with the batting, right? So look back at my squad, you can't argue much about the batting, right? Kevlon dominated the first class season. Ruston, he's decent. Every time he comes back, he makes 100. Joshua dominated. Imlak dominated. John Campbell was our best opener. So how can you argue why they should not be there? Kyle Mayers, you might wonder, that is a strange pick. He only played one game, but Kyle Mayers, he was moving the ball and he made some runs. I like what I saw. I think Kyle Mayers is still a better all-rounder than Justin Greaves. So nobody can say anything to me. He's a better all-rounder than Justin Greaves. Kyle Mayers, and he's a left-hander, just to add some versatility to your batting order. So, I mean, Kyle Mayers for me is definitely there in the pecking order. Justin Greaves averaging 21 with the bat and not doing anything with the ball. Kyle Mayers, before he was dropped, was doing way better. And we dropped him for no reason. Man was averaging over 30. So come on. Stop this foolishness, West Indies. Get Kyle Mayers back in the squad, please. Please. All right, so there's nothing really to debate with the batting, and I think the bowling has been doing well enough to say we don't really need to trouble the bowling. The Warwican is fine, the Roach is fine, Jaden Seal, Shamar Joseph, Alzari. Our bowling is decent. All right, Ruston Chase is definitely better than Kevin Sinclair. So our bowling is good. I know Anderson Phillip been with the team and then to just be out. That's how it is sometimes, Anderson. Right, just that's just how it is. If it was 16-man squad, then Anderson Phillip would more than likely be here for me. Right, so just to show you the bowling, many persons might say, "Oh, what about carry?" Look at this, guys. One, two, three, four. Our top four bowlers are left arm spinners, right? Our top four bowlers are left arm spinners, and the best two. were Carripier and Jamel Warrican. In order for me to select Carripier, I don't just look at number of wickets, I look at strike rate. How many deliveries you bowling before you get a wicket? Carripier is bowling 34 deliveries to get a wicket, Jamel Warrican 35. If Carripier is going to displace Jamel Warrican, he had to have a significantly better strike rate than Jamel Warrican for me. They basically giving me the same thing, and Jamel Warrican has done well at the international level. If you're giving me the same thing at domestic level, then you can't displace it. So I think Jamel hold on to his spot. Ruston is definitely good. So those two. So Ruston will take over from Kevin Sinclair. Warrican holds on. We don't need three spinners for the Australia series. Well, at least for Barbados game. Maybe we can change the squad based on what we see at Grenada and Sabina. But I know for the first game we don't need three spinners. So yeah, Warrican holds on. Joshua Bishop, he bowls a lot. So his strike rate is gonna be, not as good. Versami Pramal the same, bowls a lot. But yeah, four left arm spinners dominating the Caribbean right now. Carrier is average and strike rate is also inflated by that 8 for 27. This baseball didn't go for any runs. So what I like to do sometimes is remove every player's best performance and then look at what their average is. Right? I like to remove like their best performance and their worst performance. So in mathematics we call that trimmed mean. Right? That's the trimmed mean. It's kind of like the true mean when you're removing what you call outliers. Your worst performance and your best performance is not your average performance. So you remove the outliers, and by removing the outliers, I would say that Warrican is definitely at the top. Right? So Warrican remains at the top for me. I love this guy, Johan Lane. I love this guy. Rakeem Cornwall, I rate him as well. But it's just how am I going to get Rakeem in? I think Ruston brings more flexibility in terms of fielding, batting, bowling. So I think flexibility in the sense that Ruston can play. He's easily molded in a role around the team. Very good in the field, very agile. He can be a leader. So I just think Ruston is ahead of Rakim. And as you can see, most of these guys, they didn't do anything in terms of the fast bowlers. They didn't do much to displace the Shamar, the Alzari, and the other guys. But I like what I saw from O'Shane Thomas, Matthew Ford, Ramon Simmons, Hakeem Jordan, Marquino Minley, Johan Lane, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. I like what I saw from the Seamers. It just looks like our bowling is in decent hands. But that is my West Indies test squad. Tell me, what do you think? What be your squad? So just to show you again, this is my squad. What do you make of my squad? And what will be your test squad? Who's going to be your test captain? Right? Just leave it in the comments. All right. Do have a wonderful day. It is your boy Ronaldo. I am out.